Hey guys, Shadowrock here. I have a video going briefly over Unyielding Netherprism, which, if you do not know, it did receive a bug fix to a bug that I spoke about in a video about this time last week, and that was where it was not splitting its damage as the tooltip said it was supposed to. It was doing uncapped damage. So, let's get into a bunch of specifics with this very quickly. So, first things first, tucked away in the hotfixes is where we find the line, among some other things like Raz's Ritual Forge can no longer critically strike yourself, but we now have Unyielding Netherprism no longer fails to split damage and scales as intended. So it has the Meteor effect, and what a Meteor effect is when it does 30% bonus damage per enemy, up to 150% bonus. So up to 5 targets, it'll do 2.5 times damage. Beyond that, it's just pure split, but the damage is split. Previously, Netherprism wasn't doing this. No matter the situation, it would do the same amount per proc. So you can see here, if I'm hitting 2 targets, the crits are for 1.09 million. And then I go forward to here, where I'm hitting 12, 13, 14, 15 targets, and the crits are for 1.09 million. This is no longer the case, so Netherprism is no longer going to do that, here it was 2.7% of my overall, about 270,000 DPS, and that is now down to 142,000, including a massive item level jump, as I actually should have a mythic one in this log. So it went up 7 item levels, and the damage still cut in half. But you're not really running Netherprism for that damage. And when I made my video previously discussing this, this also was not in Sims at the time, the bug defect. So pretty much what you lose is, in this case, about 1.3% DPS, a bit over 100k DPS over a key, which is significant. It's a significant nerf to the Trinket, and it definitely calls to question the usage of it, where if you're not playing around the Netherprism windows exceptionally well, it will not be worth running. Now, that being said, just to take a quick look at kind of exactly how the damage has been cut down, you can see it's doing literally a fifth of the damage that it used to when you get those very large target count scenarios. However, I still think it's a very good trinket. And previously, I had this where, again, this was in my other video without the implementation to raid bots of that bug. So Stone Idol simmed ahead, and just like then, it now sims ahead. Because at the end of the day, it's now functioning the way that it originally was intended to, and the way that it was originally put in Sims. So when it comes to a Dungeon Slice sim, you can see now that Netherprism is not actually that high. It's all the way down at 4th from the bottom. It's better than a Raz's Ritual Forge, Perfidious Projector, still better than Signet. However, there is something really important here. I think that in our APL, and this is a dungeon route sim, I believe that it does not play around Netherprism in any good way. When it comes to a key that I'm playing Netherprism in, I will consistently save multiple Reaver Glaives so that I can chain spend 3 to 4 Glaives in a massive burst window for Netherprism. And the APL does not do this, so I still believe that despite this nerf, that Netherprism is a top contending trinket as long as you have it on the same item level as other trinkets. Don't go out of your way to run a heroic one now. It's simply not going to be better than mythic trinkets if you have mythic options, and if you don't feel like playing Netherprism, you absolutely don't have to. I think other trinkets are much more viable in comparison now. You can freely run double passive trinkets, and you can run something like Cosmic Hunt plus Antenna, Arcar Sack Brood, Empowering Crystal, if you do not want to play with Cursed Stone Idol. But Cursed Stone Idol is supposed to be incredibly good, so if you do get one of those at a vault, that is good for Mythic Plus. So yeah, that's honestly about everything. Just wanted to give an update that Netherprism's not dead with the nerf, but it was fixed, and it's not doing that extra damage that it was doing. I still think it's a good trinket, but you do have to play around it and really plan your windows. Plus, if you die in a key, you lose even more. And with Eldrachi, you already lose all your souls and everything, but now you also will lose your Netherprism stacks. So, something to be aware of. And I may change my mind down the road on trinkets, but as it stands now, I still haven't had a Cursed Stone Idol to play with, and I do have a Mythic Netherprism now, so I'm going to keep using it for now, and if I really change my mind about this in the future, I'll make an update video. But for now, I think it's perfectly good to run, and you don't need to mind that the nerf happened, but it did bring it to be more balanced. If you would like to stay up to date with Havoc Demon Hunter, you can follow my channel, and, I have everything from guides, news, and just keeping you guys updated about various things to do with nerfs, buffs, bugs that are found, and everything like that around Havoc Demon Hunter. Thank you all, and have a good night. See you in the next one.